Man, would this be a fantastic reunion? Could Kyle Schwarber return to the Cubs?
You are Locked On Cubs, your daily Chicago Cubs podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
You are Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Alongside Sam Olber, I'm Matt Cozy. Sam and I are lifelong fans, taking our passion into a discussion with you on all things Cubs. Today's episode is brought to you by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Gold Glove winners for the Cubs later in the show. Also lessons the Cubs could learn from the World Series, both the Dodgers and the Blue Jays, what they did, what turned out to be an all-time classic series. And we start with a former Cub who was on the free agent market as the offseason officially began on Monday morning. Kyle Schwarber in 162 games. Wow, that could be a talking point in itself. Schwarber slash 240, 365, 563, OPS of 928.
What are you laughing
at? I'm reading ahead the stats. 928 OPS, 56 home runs, and 132 runs batted in.
And a lot of that's probably from the leadoff spot.
It is. And Sam, we had a spirited back and forth in our episode to lead off the week on Monday about Tucker.
Well, it ended our friendship.
And it did not.
And you're wearing the shirt today.
Yeah, I am. Out of protest. Don't exaggerate too much.
No, we never speak again.
Well, we're speaking now. So, but Kyle Schwarber, not only would he generate great interest and buzz in the offseason, which would be a byproduct of a signing a star, especially for a franchise that's one of the crown jewels in all of sports on the planet, but they would also be adding a star in the baseball field as well. I mean, he had a career year last year and then some.
This afternoon, as I was trying to do 3 or 4 different activities at once, which usually means I'm doing none of them at once, I opened up an article when I Googled the name Kyle Schwarber. It was from Newsweek. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
No.
And the title of the article, let me just pull it up. Philadelphia Phillies predicted to lose Kyle Schwarber to familiar destination. So I said, oh, this sounds great. Let me read this. Yeah, they predicted him to go to the Red Sox. Which makes a lot of sense.
He was there like, what, 50 games or something?
Well, and that's where I think Tucker may go.
I know you said that a while ago.
Because the Red Sox are going to be active, right? They traded Devers. So they have to go get one of these guys. Look, I mean, I think the Schwarber thing is a really fun thing to talk about. A lot of the negative stuff that comes with it, we've already discussed in terms of, do you want to take a gamble on that much slug with the way the wind is played, right? How many home runs would 56 look like at Wrigley Field? Would it go from 56 to 50? Fine. But if it drops, more than that, that's a problem because he doesn't hit for a lot of average and things of that nature. Here's why I think it's more of a possibility than I think others do. Do you remember before the season, it was probably, I think it was right around Cubs convention time when Jed sat down with Cap? Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was actually, might have been the day of the convention. We were talking about it on our ride over to the Sheraton.
Yeah, and he was talking about like the big regrets and things like that, and Schwarber came up, and there were financial reasons. I don't know. It just feels like it's a contract the Cubs are probably going to be able to do. And it gives, we talk about Ricketts. Ricketts loves to do 2 things. Keep the fans interested and make sure he's, not overspending. Well, I mean,
that would do it.
That would do it. I mean,
five for 150 would probably get it done.
Yeah, it just seems like a deal that the Cubs would think about doing, and then Ricketts could go, but hey guys, I gave you Schwarber. Just like when they traded for Tucker, one of the big parts of that was that Tucker wasn't making Tucker money last year. It was like $17 million. So
they saved about $13 million when they swapped Tucker and Bellinger.
So you're killing two birds with one stone by saying, "Oh, I get to be really happy with Schwarber," or the fans are going to be really happy with Schwarber, and I don't have to pay $250 for Tucker. It just seems like something the Cubs would do, and obviously, I mean, these first segments, I got to do a better job. I'm just passing it right back to you instead of, because I was going to get into another point, and then how do you even respond to that? I'm going right back to you.
Well, it's good that you've learned some of the mechanics of this now almost 4 years.
4 years in, yeah.
So
going right back to you. I might take a walk.
Well, and the total value, Sam, of the contract might be half of what Tucker gets.
Which is just crazy to me.
Cubs can go 5 for 150 for Schwarber. The Red Sox turn around and go $300 on Tucker.
No,
that's really where when you lay it out like that, when I think about it, I'm starting to warm up to the Schwarber thing, man.
Oh, really? After yesterday, where you basically told me, to go find a new show to do.
What runs created last year?
Bulls are no longer undefeated.
First in WRC plus, Shohei Ohtani.
Yep.
Second, Juan Soto. Third, Kyle Schwarber.
I thought Soto didn't even have a good year.
Here's my only concern. Schwarber in 2022 hit 218.
Yeah.
And in 2023 hit 197. That's my only concern. Only one.
No, that's a really high level concern. Wait, he hit 197 in 23?
Only 2 years ago, yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, but the home run numbers.
Home runs last 4 years, 46, 47, 38, 56.
Wow. So can I tell you what I would like to see happen if
they have a little bit of a log jam because he only DHs.
Yeah, sure. No. Anything else? Or so I exactly. So this is where I think the Hap no trade clause really hurts you. Because I would love to see Sayon left. I'd love to see Pete in center. See if they could do. I guess technically, like you said, Schwarber can't play the outfield. The point I'm trying to make is
Ballesteros can play some left.
Ballesteros and Schwarber really complement each other well. So you'd love to have them in the same lineup, but neither one of them plays a position. And then Hap, Suzuki are kind of redundant in their skill set. So to your point, we're both just going back and forth. Now I'm taking your stance from yesterday. To your point, that's where Tucker's a better fit because he does hit for a higher average and things like that. But let me just tell you something about Schwarber, and we can continue this. There's something about him in big moments. Like, let me just put it to you like this: that 3-1 pitch from Ashby, I think that ball might have left the park. Do you know what I mean? There's
broke a window back there.
I mean, how many big homers does this guy hit?
No, he's become.
It's not like he hits. Yeah. It's not like he's the guy you go up. Schwarber another one, but we're down 9-0.
No, I'd say that's one of his calling cards.
He hits big home runs, and he's heroic. And I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a little bit too into the nostalgic part of it, but bringing him back after 16 and what he did for this franchise, coming back from the ACL tear.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like something that could come full circle. That could be a really nice story.
All right. Well, do you want to continue to navigate this then?
Yeah, maybe for a little. Yeah.
All right. Let's continue to do that right after this. Wow.
This episode is brought to you by Game Time. The NFL season is back, and honestly, there's nothing better than being in the stadium surrounded by fans cheering on your team. But let's be honest, getting tickets can be a hassle. Between queues, login screens, and prices jumping at checkout, it's frustrating. That's why I use Game Time, the app that gives the advantage back to fans. Game Time is fast, easy, and backed by the Game Time guarantee. You always get 100% authentic tickets delivered on time and at the best price. Plus, all fees are included, so the price you see is the price you pay. I pulled up Game Time, and in just a couple taps, I saw amazing deals. I'm talking about your favorite NFL games as low as $100. The app made it super simple. I could even see the exact view for my seat before buying. So please download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, that's promo code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download Game Time today.
Shout out to the everydayers, and you can become a Locked On Cubs everydayer by joining us for every episode throughout the week, and we really appreciate that, especially in the off season. And it's episodes like this one, Sam, the one last Monday, so a little over a week ago, about Dylan Cease. I really get that excitement back, and I think the Cubs on paper, the 2026 Cubs now, as we've really turned the page officially, as currently constructed, they would be in the mix for the wild card. I don't think that's a reach to say, which is why they need to inject more impact into their roster to get to that 90-plus win mark and really make a run again, because that's what they're capable, especially what looks like to me a one-year window. And Kyle Schwarber out after doing the whole episode back and forth yesterday, now almost 12 minutes in today, this does get me really excited. And yes, I agree with you. One of the reasons is nostalgia. Did you know that Schwarber, I don't think you knew this, Schwarber was one of the only jerseys I got during the run there from 15
I didn't know
plus. And you know what, the financial concerns after the 2020 year, you know, they non-tender him, he leaves, and he's become a star player, man.
I'm going to ask you a question.
I got to get my notebook out tonight. It's just too bad they handed out no trade clauses like it was Halloween night and like candy a few years ago. Hap has one, Seiya has one, Swanson has one. Jamison Tyone has a partial one.
Wait, really?
Yeah. They were handing these things out like Milky Ways on Halloween.
Tyone has a partial no trade clause?
He does, yeah.
What does that mean? There's certain teams he could waive?
Certain teams that he can't go to.
And is that public info?
No.
Oh.
Someone would have to do the reporting on that.
All right, I got a question for you, and we can move on.
I got to get him in this lineup, man.
Schwarber, I'm going to say 5 for 140, just hypothetically, okay?
Yeah, I mean, even round up to 150 if you want.
I don't want to do that. 5 for 140 for Schwarber, okay? Tucker.
28 AAV, go ahead.
Tucker, 8 for 250.
Okay. 31.25 AAV, go ahead.
And Alonso, 4 for 100.
Mm-hmm.
With those 3 deals, who would you pick if you could have on the Cubs?
Schwarber.
Rest my case.
Schwarber 1, Alonso 2, Tucker 3.
And if I remember correctly, I believe you pronounced 8 for 280 yesterday for Tucker, which would be right. Even, you know, the problem is it's figuring out the fit with like.
Wait, what were the Tucker terms you just gave?
I think I said 8 for 250.
Oh, I do Tucker 1, Schwarber 2, Alonso 3. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So you'd rather have Tucker at 8 for 250 than Schwarber at 5 for 140.
Yeah, I just don't know like where all these guys play.
I just think that's crazy.
I don't know where these guys play, man.
Well, Suzuki would play right field for Tucker.
It's crazy that you have 3 DHs. So you want 3 DHs, Schwarber, Say, and Ballesteros. So I'm crazy because I don't want 3 DHs. So somehow that's crazy now.
Well, with the way Tucker played right field, he was a DH. Suzuki played a better.
That's a good comeback. That's why you're the best.
Let me tell you something. Suzuki played a better right field than he did this year.
I'd have to think about that. It seems like a reach.
It does feel like a reach when I said it. It feels like a reach when I said it.
He's not exactly a sharp fielder.
No, it feels like a reach. But
he was better. He was better last year, though.
Well, Hap's the greatest left fielder ever.
The greatest of all time.
I mean, he's going to finish his career with 8 straight Gold Gloves. Is there anyone else that plays left field?
So, I mean, can Schwarber or Hap play right?
Schwarber can't. No, you look in this exercise. Ballesteros gets traded. None of us want that.
It seems like the Cubs don't.
He'd be in a deal to go get a Joe Ryan.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, I mean, the greatest thing would be.
I just think that he's the closest guy to Horner, Sam, Ballesteros.
It's a fact. Is there any way he could catch?
I think they would try to have him catch a little. Sure. Why? Because you would include Amaya in a deal?
Well, it's a lot easier to carry 3 catchers and have Ballesteros be there, and then it opens up another it opens up a spot. Then you, if Ballesteros, let's say the catching tandem next year is Ballesteros and Kelly or Ballesteros and Amaya or something. Then all of a sudden you got Schwarber DHing and you got Seiya at right, Happ at left, Pete in center, Bush at first. Your problems are solved. I just don't think that. I think people don't realize how difficult it is to catch at that age if you're not. It's something that gets exposed late in games, especially in the playoffs. I mean, the job that Will Smith and Kirk did, speaking of lessons from the World Series, which we're about to talk about, I mean, those guys, I mean, you got to have a catcher that can handle pretty much everything.
What would your rankings be? Tucker, Schwarber, Alonso, those deals?
Probably Schwarber, Tucker, Alonso.
Do you have interest in Alonso? Like, was that something where you would be excited that day if they got him?
Yes.
Okay. And so Suarez isn't in that category anymore?
No. He was a deadline guy for me.
Not a free agent guy.
Nah, he's not good. I don't.
Just a half year.
The only thing that would excite me about Suarez is it just seems like he's a different hitter at Wrigley Field. But it's just I mean, if you think Happ and Suzuki are up and down, I mean, this guy, he'll hit hit 090 for 2 months, and you look up at the end of the year and he's got 41 homers and he's at 205. I don't know if we need a guy like that. I mean, Bregman, he's another guy that's available.
Bregman would be probably the other big name that we haven't mentioned yet in the last week, right?
Yeah, I'm not as excited about that proposition.
I know, and they went after him last year, and they didn't get him.
Yeah, what kind of year did he have?
He was okay, just didn't play much.
Yeah, 820. No, he had a good year. He did. Okay. Yeah, 114 games, 3.5 WAR.
Well, he'd be an upgrade over Shaw.
Sure. Yeah, offensively for sure. There's no question about that.
So maybe they revisit that with Bregman.
Is Willie Castro a free agent? I'm serious.
He is. Yeah.
Okay. I wonder where he'll go.
Thanks for paying attention to the couple of the other shows.
Yeah. No, maybe he'll get signed by the Sox or something.
Why take a shot at the Sox? They had a better year last year.
Well, of course they did. The year before they won 41 games. If they didn't have a better year, I mean, they improved.
Go ahead.
They improved by 19
What's the analogy?
Games. No, I'm just saying if they didn't have a better year, I at some point you got to think about shutting down shop.
Like relegation?
If they went back-to-back years of 41 wins or less in baseball, where a AAA
swap
team
them out for another team.
I mean, a AAA team can win 35, 40 games.
All right, coming up next, what are our lessons that we're taking away from the World Series? And Ian Happ won his 50th Gold Glove in a row. We also discussed that right after
You can't win 42 games.
Today's episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement of this sports season, whether you're following the NFL, NBA, or both. There's no better time to jump in on the action. If you haven't tried it yet, Prize Picks is the simplest way to play. Just pick more or less on two-player stats, and if you get them right, you win. It takes less than 60 seconds to make your lineup, and you can play anywhere Prize Picks operates, including California, Texas, and Georgia. Man, what a football Sunday it was yesterday, and you should be using Prize Picks during that. More or less touchdowns, receptions, rushing yards, all these crazy games that go back and forth. You could pick your favorite players like Patrick Mahomes, maybe Caleb Williams, and see how your predictions play out. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code LOCKEDONMLB to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDONMLB for $50 in lineups after your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Make sure you're subscribed to Locked On Cubs on your preferred audio platform or YouTube. That way you don't miss any of the great Cubs content we've got for you. All right, last segment of the show. Good times when you're having fun here. And lessons from the World Series, Gold Glove finalist, and one little small trivia history there as well when we talk about Gold Glove. So, Sam, it was an all-time classic World Series. I think getting to the baseball part of it right away, did you learn anything about Craig Counsell from watching the World Series? I felt like I did appreciate him and his bullpen usage a little more.
I didn't feel that way, but
Okay.
no, it's a fair thing. Yeah, like are you saying like you could see him managing in games like that? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
I thought he handled the last 4+ innings in the playoffs really well.
I agree with that.
Okay.
I agree with that, but I didn't learn that in the World Series.
I don't think the Blue Jays did that necessarily, or the Dodgers.
Well, the Dodgers didn't. They pitched
have
the guy.
a bullpen.
They pitched the guy that threw 100 pitches 24 hours earlier.
Rubber arm.
What I learned from that World Series is that this is a cruel game. And I just, you're going to continue to see me handle losses better as I did this past year because,
okay.
I mean, how if you're a Blue Jays fan, I mean, if we were Locked On Blue Jays, I mean, how do you handle something like that?
I still got to check out that episode.
Miguel Rojas hits a solo home run in the 9th to take you away from winning a world championship. Your best hitter, the best hitter in the entire series, gets a 3-0 green light against Blake Snell, just misses it by a hair. One of your best bat-to-ball guys hits into a double play with the game on the line, down a run, runners on the corners, 1 out. It's a cruel game, and it's really hard to win. And, and I guess the other lesson I learned is that, as much money as the Dodgers spend, they also have quite a lot of grit on that roster, quite a lot of fight. Some of it comes from their high-priced guys. I mean, who knew Yamamoto was going to do that. And, a guy like Miguel Rojas, he's not one of their highest paid guys. And, is that the biggest hit in Dodger history? I mean, I don't know. I mean, Freeman's walk-off, Kirk Gibson's walk-off, but like that, they were done. I mean, they were done. And a guy,
and he made a play the next half inning too.
Yeah. And that's how you have to fill your roster. It's not just about the Ohtanis of the world, because at the end of the day, Ohtani had an up and down playoff, some unbelievable moments. He was good overall. Freeman was just okay. Betts wasn't very good. Smith was good. Teoscar wasn't great. They kind of starting pitched their way and just gritted their way to that win. But I would say those would be my lessons. But man, I was so impressed with the catching. So impressed with the catching in that series.
Yeah, it's that's two stories now that I could think of where I'm like, wow, that was really, really bad for that fan base. The first was the Luka trade.
Oh,
and second is this Blue Jays loss.
This Blue Jays loss is just,
I mean, it's just defeating.
It's defeating. Literally.
Yeah, I think I'm warming up to, like the Blue Jays, Sam, played a lot of young guys They allowed for development of their younger players. You look at like a Barger.
Right.
The Cubs do that with a Casey or a Ballesteros or a Wiggins in 26. A couple of their pitchers as well, younger. Yeah, the blend for the Dodgers, great points, because it's not just about the dollars with them, even though that's such a big factor. And the Blue Jays took bold chances too, especially on pitching. A 41-year-old Scherzer before the year, Dominguez and Bieber at the deadline. There was pitching at the deadline if you wanted it.
Well, I mean,
it might not have been Mackenzie Gore, but it could have been Shane Bieber.
And we talked about Scherzer. I mean, he started a winner go home game, and he did enough. He did enough to win.
Maybe the Cubs finally bring in Justin Verlander this offseason. Pete Crow-Armstrong and Nico Horner were named Gold Glove winners Sunday, first time in their careers. Pete trailed only Rafaela in DRS. Horner led in DRS at second. Both were first in the NL. Ian Happ won the Gold Glove for the fourth straight year. Could you name the other 5 Cubs who have won 4+ Gold Gloves?
That's so funny that you just asked me that, because I tweeted that same question yesterday. I only
did?
Yeah, and I know 2 off the top of my head. I don't know the other 4. So obviously Sano did it, and Sandberg did it.
Sano 5, Sandberg 9 in a row.
Yeah, and so my tweet was,
or 9 total. Excuse me.
My tweet was did anyone else do that besides those 2? And I don't think anyone. I didn't look at any replies. So I'm trying to think.
Yeah, there's 3 more names,
not including Happ.
Right.
Yikes. Rizzo didn't do it.
He did.
He won 4 in a row. I don't believe that's true.
4 total. 4 total.
Oh, total. Oh, got it. Sandberg and Sano actually did 4 in a row.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I know
that's impressive.
Oh, 4 total. That changes the thinking here. Okay, so Rizzo's...
And actually, one of the names is wrong. I'm sorry, because he went to another team, Greg Maddux.
Yeah, Greg Maddux only won 3 with the Cubs.
Yep, so I got that wrong. So there's one more name.
Yeah, so Maddux, Rizzo, but Maddux is done. I got Sano. I got
Sandberg.
I got Sandberg. Oh boy. Yeah, right. Can you give me like a some sort of time frame?
Yeah, I can. 90s?
Mark Race?
Correct.
I was going to say
correct.
Mark Race.
And really, the last question I have for you is if Pete wins the Platinum Glove.
When is that announced?
This weekend, Friday, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would love for him to win it. I think the Cubs had too many miscommunications out there for him to be the best defensive player in baseball. But I'd be thrilled if he won it.
Yeah, I have this nugget from Jordan Bastian of MLB.com. Pete completed 19 5-star catches. Those are catches with a 0 to 25% catch probability, setting a single season record since StatCast has been tracking that type of play.
Well, then maybe he's going to win it.
Yeah. I mean, Rafaela was really good too, though.
Yeah, but Rafaela can't win it, right? Pete beat him out for the Gold Glove. He can't win the Platinum Glove if he didn't win the Gold, can he?
Well, he won it in the AL, right?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how this works.
No, you're right. I thought you said Pete beat him out, but I wasn't thinking that he's a Red Sox. So, yeah.
What's your final prediction on Shota? Because I think that's going to happen Tuesday.
The same as yours.
Okay. So that hasn't changed since you recorded it too.
Yeah, I'm really interested to hear when that leaks.
Okay. So I think there's a small chance that he picks up his player option. I've changed my mind on that.
At 15?
Yeah, and that would be like music to the Cubs' ears, because you could still have plenty of room for Cease.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Plenty of room for Schwarber.
That'd be great if he did that.
And all right, well, we'll keep tabs on all the news. and another fun show.
It's 5:10. It's pitch black outside.
He's Sam Olver. I'm Matt Cozy. This is Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.